mediocre because there was nothing special about him. He wasn't talented, he wasn't smart, he wasn't rich, he wasn't handsome, he wasn't good at anything.
If he also wore a bad toupee, she could be describing my Stanley.
Anyway, it made Tunder's wife miserable that her husband was best known for being...
You prefer homemade.
I also prefer milk straight from a cow. I adapt. This is awful.
No, if you want...
What the hell, you paid? Look, I can deal with losing some of my memory. If I didn't have to remember what's her name over here, I wouldn't care. But Sal was the most important person in my life. And scrapbooks aren't doing the trick.
Wake up, wake up! Oh, I just had the weirdest dream about Jonathan.
Oh, was it a bad dream?
No, it helped me make up my mind about our relationship. I'm going to keep seeing him. If we actually...
Hi, how was the audition?
Wonderful. I'm 99% sure I got the part.
Oh, Blanche, there were so many good people there.
Trust me, I got this part in the sack.
She means in the bank.
How'd it go, Don?
Awful. When I told everyone at the club that Bob Hope wasn't going to be in the show, they actually booed me.
Oh.
I've never been...
Hey, it's okay. I'm just curious. See, I don't belong here either.
You don't?
No. I'm in graduate school. I'm here kind of undercover working on my doctorate in sociology.
Now, I knew it. The minute we started talking, I said to myself, now, how could a bright boy like him end up here? Well, you're more like my own son.
Much on sex and relationships anyway.
You're right. I mean, what is sex, after all?
Two clunky old bodies thrashing around against each other. Like animals.
You get all sweaty and flushed.
Hair gets mussed.
Have you seen my mother?
She mentioned something about having a headache. I think she's in her room.
Hanging herself. Oh, hi, everybody.
Oh, how you feeling?
Oh, much better. Say, how about going out to dinner, have some fun?
Mama, can we talk for a minute?
I'll make the reservations. Where would you like to eat?
I want you to be part of...
Smaller. Hey. Oh.
Anyway, Dorothy, these new hearing aids just fit right in the ear canal. Nobody can even see them, so what does it matter?
It matters because it's a step I don't want to take. And the point, Aesop?
I thought Miles was a chihuahua.
Yes, but mostly because I don't have to swim with a duck in my mouth.
Boy, when the president gets here, am I going to let him have it? What do you think I should hit him with first? Inadequate funding for education, the plight of the hungry and homeless, pollution to talk to. Gotta go.
Rose, honey, come over here and sit down a minute. Now, Dorothy and I have both been noticing how down you've been lately, and we're very concerned.
Oh, it's my work at the hospital. I know, I'm the one who volunteered. But it's not easy. Miles, your poetry book.
Keep it. And when you read page 73, think of me.
And when to the heart of man...
I'd get up there and tell a few jokes about the teachers, about the cafeteria food. Ma, do you remember, you call this tapioca?
Timeless.
The kids really liked me. I mean, they laughed. I felt great.
Oh,
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful. Dorothy.
Hi, Rose. Tell me, did you get a chance to play around with those lyrics I gave you?
Yeah, listen to this.
Hey, that sounds great. Let's take it from the top.
From the top. Oh, that sounds so
No questions asked. She's gonna blow it.
Okay, Paul, we'll see you at the rally on Pier 5. Oh, the Dolphin will really appreciate it. Oh, isn't this exciting, taking part in a protest?
What's going on? Where's Sophia?
She's locked herself in the bathroom. She has pre-wedding jitters.
Sophia? It's me, Max. Now what's all this nonsense about not wanting to get married?
Oh, Max, I love you with all my heart. The time we've spent together has been some of the happiest.
I thought I heard you,
I couldn't sleep. I had a horrible nightmare.
Oh, well, tell it to me. I'm awful good at interpreting dreams.
I was a contestant on the dating game, and I won. I went around the corner.
Weights and counting the days. Dorothy, remind me again why this was a bad idea.
Oh, Blanche, be serious. Now, if we want to stay together, we're going to have to raise $10,000.
Well, I don't see why I should have to raise any money. I didn't create this problem. I think the moronic Scandinavian knit...
That's very touching, Rose. It shouldn't be, but it is.
You know, when I think of my father, I don't remember just one incident. I just know that he was always there to take care of me whenever I got into trouble, which was all the time. I just never dreamed that...
I'd be able to enjoy it.
True. On the other hand, Beethoven was also deaf, so you'd be hearing the music the way he wrote it. Look at us. You haven't been out of the house in a week.
Oh, you won't.
Oh, no, I owe you
Oh,
one.
girls, what's the difference? The important thing is we're all friends again.
Maybe you're all friends again, but not me. I don't forgive, I don't forget, and I'm prone to growing moles. I can't help it, I'm Italian.
What about us?
Blanche, this is the way baseball works. It's time for me to move on.
But we make such a great team.
We've had some good times, but I gotta do this.
Fine. You gotta move on? Move on. But let me tell you something, mister. I haven't taught you half of what I know.
Flügen.
I can't even reach mine.
Sophia, have you all had a chance to catch up on old times?
Yeah, Angela filled me in on how all my friends and family back home are doing.
Here. Here you go.
Dorothy, should I get Sophia a glass of water?
No, Rose, you should sit here and watch her hack herself to death.
Are you sure?
Get the water!
I am going to call the doctor.
I can't breathe.
Oh, and there's Lucas. So handsome, so strong. And he's right here with me. Lucas, you can probably hear every word I'm thinking.
Yes, Dorothy, I can.
Be out of my misery if something tragic happens. Like I get a fatal illness or I've lost my looks.
Tell us when, Blanche. Ma, I forbid you to do this.
Dorothy, sometimes you forget. I'm the mother here.
That has nothing to...
To square things with Guido.
Cicely, what are you talking about, Cicely?
She said she cleared it with you.
She did not clear it with me.
Then giving her my Visa card was a bad thing?
What Rose? How are we supposed to find her? Angelo.
Mildred, what are you doing here?
When do I always wear my lucky bowling hat?
We're bowling tonight?
Didn't you get my message the other night? No one answered the door. I figured you were napping, so I yelled outside your window we had room.
What's short, wrinkly, and sticks out of my shoes?
You.
No, my toes. It's that time of year. Mama needs a new pair of shoes.
Well, you've crapped out. I am not taking you.
Dorothy, please. The little piggy that goes wee, wee, wee doesn't have a nail on it anymore.
No way.
Well, I better be going, and if you decide to go ahead with it, I'll see you in Atlanta in a few days.
Are you scared?
Terrified,
I guess anybody would be.
I guess. Blanche?
Oh, wait, Uncle Gustav. Well, actually, he hung in the barn. But that was only when he discovered his horse had defeated him for water commissioner.
I'll call if there's any change.
Come on, Dorothy, I'll take you home.
No, I'm not leaving.
Then we'll all stay.
No, you go.
Oh, no, we're not going anywhere.
I would rather be alone, please.
Are you sure, babe?
Would it be stupid to ask for a group hug before we leave?
Of course not. Out leaving the country.
I'm not skipping bail, pussycat. I'd never make it. Every cab driver, waitress, and skycap between here and Sicily would be only too eager to talk to the police.
Why do you say that?
I undertip.
Look, Ma, I know you're nervous, but Herb is a brilliant lawyer. And, honey, you have the love and support.
Oh, no, of all the times for me to feel a sneeze coming on.
I understand, God. I know these things happen. What? Well, if you want. You dirty rat!
Sad, you look so sad. What's wrong?
God says it's not your time yet. You gotta go back, Sophia.
But I want to be with you.
Blanche, your picture's in the paper, and there's a big article about the Citrus Festival.
What's it say? What's it say?
Miami will be busy this weekend with 10 major conventions. Listen to this. The highlight being the Citrus Festival Ball.
Took Blanche out into orbit where I never would have had the guts to go.
Drew, did you see the possibilities of Blanche immediately when you read the pilot?
When I read the pilot, I called my agent and I said, I knew this was a hit the minute it was delivered to my door. I could tell before I opened it. I just knew it. And then when I read...
I thought you had to work.
You told me you had a last-minute emergency. So they're all liars. That's an asset when you're planning a surprise like this.
Come on, we've got reservations for dinner and dancing.
Ma, I bet you were in on this all along, weren't you?
Of course I was. These dimwits' idea of romance is a Coors Light and a Love Boat rerun.
All right, let's go.
Dorothy, what are you talking about?
Come on, Acapulco, the El Presidente. You're planning something big.
Well, yeah. I met this great-looking stewardess on the flight out here, and I asked her to go to Acapulco, and she could only go if I found a sitter for her 2 kids. Hey, I'd really appreciate it.
Don't be silly, Dorothy. They're delicious. You just have to know how to eat them. You hold your nose with one hand, and you pop a Crispy in your mouth with the other. That tastes like cheesecake, fresh strawberries, and chocolate ice cream.
Easier to take if it came from me.
Well then, here's another one for you. We've seen her room. Tell her she won't be getting her cleaning deposit back.
God, I'm so confused. I don't know where I belong.
I'm trying to wrestle with the deep...
Doing here?
Oh, there, Michael.
Lois, Blanche, I was with the band up in Fort Lauderdale. We got a free weekend. I thought I'd swing by.
Oh, it's a shame you missed Sophia. She just left.
Yeah, but she'll be back tomorrow. Go sit down. Tell me, what is new?
Well, to be honest, Mom, a lot. I'm getting married.
You were saying?
Well, I was about to say I'm going to be in town for a few more days. Could we get together Friday night?
Oh, I can't on Friday. The high school where I teach is having its senior prom that night. I promised I'd chaperone.
Can you bring a date?
Oh, come on, you can't be serious.
I'll buy you a corsage.
Make it orchid.
Yeah, well, what about that surprise party we threw for you when we first moved in? That worked. Almost. I mean, it kind of worked.
Hi, Rose. I picked up Blanche's birthday cake. What are you doing?
Decorating Blanche's birthday cake. There, it's finished.
Here it goes. Embrace me, my sweet embraceable you. Embrace me, you irreplaceable you.
Dorothy!
I have my plan all worked out step by step. First, he'll comment on how stunning I look, and then I'll say, "Oh, John, did we have a date tonight? Oh, I completely forgot." And as he crumbles, I will show him the door.
What if he doesn't comment on how stunning you look?
That's a better example of a secret.
Oh, then you have been talking about me. I'm your best friend.
She's been talking about me, Blanche.
No, I haven't been talking about either one of you.
What?
I've been talking about both of you. I mean, how could I choose between you two? You're both my best friends. Stanley, what do you want to talk about?
It's about Michael.
What's wrong? What happened?
Why do you have so many cheesecakes in here?
What about Michael?
He's fine. He's living the life of Riley. I cook his meals, I change his sheets, I pay his bills. He's making my life miserable, Dorothy.
Stanley, pull yourself together.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Sophia, now you've done enough. Girls, we're doing the dishes. You just sit.
Fine with me. I'm exhausted. I've been cooking for 2 days.
I offered to help you, Sophia, but you said no.
You're Scandinavian. What do you know? 1,000 ways to make herring?
Well, not 1,000, but a lot. And I'm famous for my Lindstrom surprise.
Look at you, girl. Terrific little figure, gorgeous hair, perfect skin, just like looking in a mirror.
Get some Windex.
How was your trip?
Oh, it was wonderful. I met a gorgeous single doctor on the plane.
George, is that really you?
It's me, Blanche.
But you're dead. At least you're supposed to be. I married you 9 years ago. What in the hell is going on?
Well, I guess the best thing to do is just give it to you plain and simple. Blanche, I staged my death.
He stained his desk? And we settled on right here.
Oh, now hold on here. I don't want a TV crew coming in here, messing up my kitchen, setting up all that video equipment.
Well, how about shooting it in your bedroom, Blanche? The equipment's already set up there.
I have 8.
Rose, what are you doing? You just bid against us.
Oh, I guess I got carried away with the cool part.
Rose, I could just smack you.
I have 85.
Give me that thing.
I have 9. Going once, going twice. Unless you ladies would like...
School would be easy.
Easy? It's impossible. I cannot pass that course. I just can't do it.
Listen, honey, if you're having such a problem, maybe you should talk to your teacher.
Oh, I can't do that. I'd be too embarrassed.
But that's what teachers are there for.
I know exactly how she feels. I used to be scared of my teachers, too.
Get out of here.
No, it's...
I'm gonna be dead in 24 hours. Couldn't you stay in the closet for one more day?
Rose, what are you doing here?
To him, that feeling was the feeling of living in America. In America, you always felt like you were among friends.
Mario, that's just beautiful.
You should hear it when I read it.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, hi, Mario. How about a nice snack?
Sure, I'm starving.
Dropped him like a sack of potatoes. He lay on the ground, and he was writhing and groaning and screaming in agony. And I stood over him, and I looked at this pitiable creature, and I thought, I can take care of myself. I'm not helpless. I'm going to be okay.
Honey,
Oh, girls, I'm devastated, just devastated.
Honey, what happened?
I asked my teacher for help like you all told me to. He said the only way I would get an A on his final is if I sleep with him.
No.
Oh, yes. I just don't know what to do.
Get it right.
Authorized Elvis fan club. I'll try to pick up the pieces and go on with my life. I mean, there must be a support group for people like me.
We're sorry, Dorothy, but the bylaws...
Critics call me the next Captain Kangaroo. Mr. Green Jeans sent me a fan letter. I'm not going to let it end like this, Rose. I can't believe that my fans would want it this way.
Dorothy won't let you down. I'll bet she's on her way to a phone right now to call you.
Word means to a person in despair.
That is your gift, Rose, and I wouldn't take it lightly.
You're just saying that. I haven't added anything to the world.
Look, Rose, God doesn't make mistakes. We were all put on this planet for a purpose. Blanche, you're here to work in a museum so that...
Blanche, you want me to drive you to the hospital?
No.
I'm not sure that it's a good idea for you to drive yourself.
I'm not sure that I'm gonna go.
What do you mean you're not sure you're going?
Oh, I just have some other things I have to do.
But Blanche, if something bad happened to somebody I care about, I'd be...
Oh, Ma, wait. Ma, no, don't. Ma, don't go. Ma, please, come back here. Ma, I do need you. I do need you. I'm sorry, I'm just cranky. No, you're right, I am a lousy patient. I always have been. I remember when I was a little girl. Blanche took pictures with the camera over film that was already in it.
Well, how strange. What a great alibi for the future.
But wait a minute, what were you doing taking pictures of yourself in bed?
You've seen her Christmas cards.
Well, I've got 2 tickets here for the final night of the Philharmonic.
Excuse us.
How much longer are you planning on staying in town, Biff?
Hard to tell.
Well, I'm going to keep my eye on you.
The sun was mighty hot today, wasn't it, Joe?
Extra innings. And his delivery.
All right,
Yeah, we get it. So what was he like in bed?
I cannot believe her father could be so mean.
Not half as mean as his dog, Samson. Did I ever tell you what that dog did to my friend Ida Silverman?
No, what?
He ate her. Gobbled her up without a trace, support hose and all.
Well, Ida's daughter told me she moved to Fort Lauderdale. Disappointed. My mother wasn't exactly honest in sending in that picture.
I knew that. I have quite a few Janet Gaynors and frames around my house. Believe me, when you've been in a deep depression for a year and a half, nothing phases you.
Well, Eddie, what? Well, then you pick a time. Well, honey, I really do want to see you. I think we have a lot to talk about, Janet. I've been thinking a lot about you lately. You mean Miss...
He's right. Salvador, open the door. We have a birthday party to go to.
Rose, hurry, please!
These were the only spare towels I could find.
Put him around the bucket in case the leak spreads.
Wait a minute, Rose.
Is that my Cabana Club beach towel you have there?
Is it this one with the naked man and woman being swept up?
Then what, Blanche? Dog ears?
I'm Blanche. I'm Dorothy's roommate. Would you get the door?
Dorothy's told me a great deal about you.
Well, she seems to have left out.
Hi, Lance. Hi, Rose. Hey, girls.
Where on earth have you girls been?
Well, we were helping elderly people get a good grip on the escalator. We just lost all track of time.
Oh, sweet. Isn't that sweet?
Can you guys hold our bags? Sure. We want to go toss a few pennies in the fountain.
I'm gonna make a wish that we stay pals forever.
Oh, we'll see you in the car.
Old age? You don't leave fingerprints anymore.
I'm in my twilight years.
You're in the twilight zone. Hopi Indians are what?
You lose your breath.
You lose your earring.
Your mouth waters.
Your nose runs.
Your heart races.
Your blood races.
Rose.
Say it, Ernie.
It's time, Rose.
Check, please.
Said, where's my tuna quiche? I get 5 ounces of solid food a day and I want my tuna quiche.
You mean that little pie?
Little pie. Little pie?
I wanted a snack. A snack? I thought it was a little fishy.
Oh, you ate my sensible meal! You ate my...
Rose, how could you do that? Don't you know what's going to happen? This is going to end up in all the tabloids. I can see it now, right next to woman gives birth to Doc Severinsen look-alike. Dorothy Zbornak meets spaceman.
Why do you get all the credit?
Girls! How do I look?
Great, Dorothy. You going out with Eddie again?
Yes. Oh, by the way, Blanche, I borrowed your gold earrings, if that's okay.
Oh, it's fine, but I do think I should caution you. They were meant for petite ears.
No. You see, I've always wanted a tiara. I mean, ever since I was a little girl back in St. Olaf. I mean, every year I'd blow out my birthday candles and wish for one. And every year I'd get a freshly carved pair of wooden shoes. Except for this afternoon, and already they have a perfect home for him.
I hate to say it, but I'm going to miss the little guy. Sure was a lot more fun than that bird on a stick. Ah, she's not here.
Dorothy, I really need for you to understand this. I've been thinking a lot lately. I think we're in this for the long haul. Dorothy, I think this is going to be a very serious relationship.
Poor thing. Wish there was something I could do. I know! I'll make my famous ice cream clown sundaes. The one with the little raisin eyes and the sugar cone caps.
If that doesn't fill the void, nothing will.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Stuff to do. And no one likes me anyway.
You know, first of all, buddy boy, life is full of crappy stuff to do. It's everywhere, so you better get used to it. The president has crappy stuff to do. Second of all, your grandmother happens to like you. My mother likes you. She doesn't hit anyone.
A little of that goes a very long way.
I'm having second thoughts about spending another evening with Barbara Thorndike.
Oh, I don't think it'll hurt to give her another chance.
Sleep anymore. I just lie there waiting for the authorities to catch up with me.
Every siren I hear I know is for me. Every footstep outside my window belongs to that obsessive detective who will not rest until he tracks me down.
Blanche, you are being ridiculous.
Please be serious. You're just saying that so I won't set you up with any more women.
No, Blanche.
Well, then you're saying it because you're trying to get back at me for something.
Blanche.
Clay, I know you too well for this. After all, I know it can't be true. You're my brother.
It's true.
Boom, 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 Mr. Simon, bring me a dream. Make him the cutest that I've ever seen. Give him 2 lips like roses and clover. And tell him that his lonesome nights are over.
So now there are 3 tasks I must perform before tomorrow's moonrise, or you are doomed.
And the 3 tasks are?
Kiss a fool, help a holy man, reveal betrayal of a loved one.
Oh, come on, Ma. That's superstitious nonsense. You know, step...
What happened?
You know when you told her to drop dead? Yeah. I think she did.
Ma, what? That noise.
What noise?
The noise you're making with your nose and throat.
I got a post-nasal drip. What would you like me to do? Drown in
Honey, we just saw Stanley leaving. Are you all right?
We're going to jail.
I believe you, Counselor, I believe you. Just proceed. Make it quick.
Your Honor, this may be my very last appearance before the bar. Would you indulge?
I'm doing this because I think it's the right thing to do. Because I'm a concerned citizen. And because I'd give my right arm to Landau. I'm scared. I don't know what to do.
First of all, don't think your problem is so unique. People do crazy things for love all the time. Let me tell you a little story. Picture this. Sicily, August.
Except, of course, when they were institutionalized. It's just so awful. But you're a man, you wouldn't understand.
What wouldn't I understand?
Well, you don't get old and lose your appeal the way women do. Look at Mr. Cary Grant. Now, he can have any woman he wants, and he's... Sleep anymore! I just lie there waiting for the authorities to catch up with me. Every siren I hear I know is for me. Every footstep outside my window belongs to that obsessive detective who will not rest until he tracks me down.
Blanche, you are being ridiculous.
Hi, Laszlo. Come in. Blanche is... I can't remember when I had so much fun. We went dancing at the Beachcomber. We're going to go back again tomorrow night.
Jeffrey doesn't dance. He says it makes his ankles swell.
Honey, I think it's terrific that you had a good time tonight.
I have you two to thank for it. Good night.
Night.
Yay. $100 so I can get my TV. And I've been working on what we can tell Blanche about that plate. I wrote it down. You be Rose, why don't I be Sophia? This is what we'll say right after they walk in the door. Hi, Blanche. You look beautiful. Welcome home. I love you.
I broke... Pop! That is enough. Come out of the bedroom now.
Not while she's out there. She hit me.
Ma, with a piece of bread.
5 days old. It was like a jackhandle.
He deserved it after the way he wished me a happy 50th birthday.
Ma, what are you talking about? You're 48.
That's what I thought.
Are you up for a night on the town with 2 handsome, eligible bachelors?
Oh, thanks for asking, but I don't think so. I'm not that interested in dating anymore.
Now, you know that's not true, honey, or you'd let your hair go natural.
You know what my problem really is? I'm spoiled. I had a long and wonderful marriage with the perfect...
Rose, the singing group. He's the one in the middle. Used to be on the end till Lionel Richie left.
You and Jeffrey been spending a lot of time together.
Oh, yes. You know, just when I'd given up hope of meeting someone, along came the most gallant, sophisticated, charming man I'd met in ages.
And I bet he knows how to tie a...
Okay, Blanche.
I don't know why you all are so stingy with your ice cubes. They are free, aren't they?
Blanche.
Ernie, you notice how I keep interrupting you. It's because I don't want to hear what you're going to tell me. He called and canceled again, didn't he?
Sorry, Blanche.
Oh,
He told me to buy you anything you'd like.
really? Well, then get out your phone book and open it to the jewelry section. Careful, Arthur. Watch your step.
Blanche, if I only could.
Oh, forgive me, sugar. Well, here, I'll watch it for you, you poor thing.
Thanks.
Something must have happened to the tractor, because there he was. This lone little mayonnaise jar. Dragging this giant tuna up the hill past the reviewing stand. I don't think I've ever been prouder in my life. It's last minute, so we'll take short, bald, fat. I'm sorry, Sophia, but I've already pawned Rose off on his fat friend. He's a lighting director. Blanche, I've never been out with a fat lighting director. What do we talk about? How should I know, honey? Talk about light bulbs. That's a good idea.
Oh, my God, I don't believe this. I'm going to call the cops if you don't get out of here right away, you pervert.
Hi, Father Rossi. Here's the canned goods for the needy.
Oh, no. Oh, I'm terrible.
We may not agree with the fishermen, but we want this demonstration to be peaceful, in the tradition of, you know, the short, bald Indian fellow with the glasses and the diapers. You know, the one who didn't eat and won an Oscar. I will never forget the look on your face when Dorothy and I tangoed onto the floor.
And I will never forget the look on your faces when you were disqualified and I won $1,000.
And it was so sporting of you to share your...
For affection. She gave her virginity to the first boy who showed her the slightest attention.
You know, Blanche, until you told this story, I never realized how much we had in common.
We don't have anything in common.
I knew you were going to do this, and now you have done it.
Dorothy, you're starting to upset me. Do you want to ruin my whole evening? After all, it's your fault.
How is it my fault?
Well, if you'd let me get you somebody on my B list, I never would have been so attracted to them. No tissue.
Listen, Blanche, we have to talk.
Not now, Dorothy.
Friends. And then when I turned 16, it seemed like everything changed overnight. I shot up and out, the braces came off, and finally the boys started to notice me, and it was nice to be noticed, to be liked.
Oh, baby. Honey, you've been trying so...
Officially, 3 weeks before graduation, I was asked to be in the kissing booth at the Founders Day Fair. Unfortunately, the first boy I kissed had a nasty case of mono. Well, that afternoon, I passed it along to 50 young men. And one very confused female PE teacher who smelled a bore. Isn't there anything else you can do?
Well, I suppose we could prove Mr. Livingston was faking his injury if we could trick him into performing certain physical acts of a sexual nature. All we'd need is a devastatingly beautiful woman with a flair for seduction.
How about Mrs. Hufstad down the street?
Didn't? Oh, really? Well, I have it on videotape. Would you like to see it? Get out.
Rose, you sounded so strange on the phone. Is something wrong? Tell me.
Well, why don't we sit down first?
What?
Video recorder?
I bought you a video recorder.
2 video recorders? Wow, this is going to be the best Christmas ever.
My, how did you think I was going to pay for all this?
On time. Loosen up the mousetrap a little. It's Christmas.
You see what this holiday has become?
Hello. Hello. Do you have a match?
I think so. Let's see. Here you go.
You know what? I think tomorrow after class I will talk to Professor Cooper.
Good girl.
Whatever happened to your teacher, Mrs. Lenhall?
Oh, gosh. Last I heard, she retired from teaching, opened a bed and breakfast someplace in Rhode Island.
Emerging from her morning toilette.
It's Lana with a message from Dorothy. Whatever the favor is, forget it.
Dorothy Zbornak, have I got a man for you?
No thanks, had one.
He said he was impotent.
Impotent? Are you sure?
Oh, Blanche, what would you have done? Asked him to prove it?
I can't talk about this.
Oh, of course you can. Rose, we're your friends.
Unattractive.
Yes.
Worn out.
Yes.
Useless.
What's your point, Swim?
My point is, well, I was just hoping that maybe you're tired of people like Floyd who don't appreciate you. And maybe you're...
Are you okay? I'm fine.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going through. I can read it in your face.
You can.
Oh, sure. Your husband or your boyfriend dumped you. Oh, honey, don't let it get you down. It's just... Found Fernando.
That's not Fernando.
Well, what do you mean that's not Fernando? How could you tell?
All you have to do is look in his eyes.
Or at the price tag stuck to his back.
Oops. Thanks for trying, Blanche. It's not... Rose, you're too hard on yourself. I know people who think you're dumb over the phone.
Doorbell. Doorbell. You better be getting to bed, darling. You're in training. Oh, wait a minute. Almost forgot. I want you to put this lingerie on under your uniform for batting practice.
I know you said you'd help my game, but do you think this will work?
Yes.
Our city's homeless.
We're screwed.
We have your backing. You want to let go of my hand now?
I think he means right now.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I have. Goodbye, ladies.
Goodbye, Mr. President.
For how long? I don't know, a long time. They were a year apart in school.
That's impossible, Rose.
No, it isn't. How is she? Wiped out and depressed, even though she tries.
At least we won't argue over who has the cuter dick. Oh, Stanley.
Dorothy, I need to talk to you.
Oh, Stan is her ex-husband. Biggest loser you'll ever see. Good evening, Stan.
Always good to see you too, Dollface.
I'm going out, Stanley. We'll have to talk some other time. And in future, I really would appreciate some notice before you drop by.
I hate when I get stuck behind one of those.
He's dead, sweetie. But hey, I'm used to it. I put 3 in the ground. Well, what can I tell you? I like him old, rich, and barely breathing.
Why don't one of our "Where is this relationship going?" talks?
Oh, and where is it going?
Where it usually goes, room 506 at the Quality Court. Oh, hate him. God, if only he didn't want to talk.
Oh, by the way, right after I got in, you got up fair. Why should I be left out? If I don't do it, Dorothy won't do it.
So when do you want me there? Hi, girls.
Oh, Dorothy, don't you look nice?
Well, thank you, Rose. Mr. Gordon's coming over for lunch today. We're having it out on the lanai.
So that's why you're acting like it's a...
Cousin Rose?
Cousin Sven! Oh, let me look at you. Boy, have you grown.
We've never met.
Admit it, you have grown.
Rose, could you introduce Blanche and me?
I didn't want to face you after all those things I said.
Honey, I understand.
Well,
I understand why you were so upset.
I'm not really sure you do, Dorothy. You see, I threw myself at Ted, and he just...
Michael?
Oh, hi, Ma. What are you doing up?
Waiting up for you.
I brought you something.
Change from my 40?
No, these little bamboo umbrellas.
These are mine to keep.
Your infestation profile is threefold. You have silverfish and water bugs in the drainage areas, and under the baseboard structure you have Blattaria andropolis.
Did you hear that, Rose? The president of Greece lives under our baseboard.
Blattaria andropolis is a cockroach.
Maybe he'll be voted out next election.
What are you out walking? You know what today was, Rose? It was my birthday.
Blanche.
Now, don't start your yammering. It was one of the best birthdays I have ever had. I did some soul searching, and it occurred to me that I'm a vibrant, energetic woman. I mean, I must still have some life left in me if I can make Mel Bushman's head snap back like that.
You mean old Pez hair?
Limbs. I think maybe I'd better put it in now. There, that's better.
You were absolutely right. I've been wasting my life.
Oh, Al, I'm so glad you feel that way.
There is one dream I used to have. Sailing around the world. And like you said, what better time to follow my dream than during my retirement? And so I decided I'm going to do it.
You booked yourself on a cruise.
Better. I bought my own boat and I hired a crew.
Your father was a wonderful man, Kirsten. Kind and warm and caring and never willing to let a friend or a neighbor struggle through hard times alone. But he was also the worst businessman to ever balance a checkbook. But you always told us how successful...
Contract instead of an ID bracelet. Of course I mean Rocco.
I think he's kind of cute.
He is not cute. He is a bad influence. Ever since Ma started seeing him, she's on the phone all day. She stays up all night. Yesterday, she came home with NyQuil on her breath and his surgical stockings in her pocket.
Isn't that right, girl?
I have no idea who this woman is. I bought these for my brother.
Rose?
I was never so embarrassed in my entire...
So, who's the luckiest girl in the history of the world?
Well, it wasn't your mother.
Me? I'm the luckiest girl in the world, but I finally won a giveaway. And you said I was stupid for...
Doorbell.
Morning, Miss Bornak. Can we come in?
Well, I don't know, Kevin. Can you? It turned up 3 days later.
Where'd it turn up, Dorothy? Unable to provide for his family and not much fun under the old yak skin, the women would leave him out in the snow to die.
Tough village.
Stanley, I just spoke to Dr. Deutsch, and he says there's nothing to worry about. Some patients do experience a sudden setback like this just when they're recovering.
But nobody'd been home.
Rose, it's not just the fire.
What do you expect me to do?
There's nothing you can do, Rose. She has to learn to do things for herself.
Honey, maybe she ought to go back to that school.
Well, you heard her. That's not for her. She's a very independent person.
No, she's not, Rose. Not till she learns to be independent.
I really have to say good night now. Thanks for everything.
Why? You didn't get everything.
Hi, Ted.
Hi, Dorothy.
How was your date with Blanche?
Oh, right.
Stanley, I think we're going to make it this time.
Dorothy, I want you to meet my best man, Marvin Mitchelson.
Oh, how lovely to meet you. What an honor.
The honor is mine, Dorothy.
He's a lawyer.
About 56 boyfriends. Of course, that was before I knew Charlie. I probably would have had more, but I wasn't allowed to start dating till I was a senior. 56? 56?
Oh, God, stand back. She's going to blow.
What do you mean you had 56 boyfriends? You told me you were a virgin till you got married.
Hey, you can have a boyfriend.
Ma? Pop, come on, you're gonna be late for the party.
We'll be there in about an hour, Dorothy. Oh, Salvador. Dorothy,
You're waiting to happen.
How can you say that? All these girls are adorable.
Oh, yeah, sure. I just wish I had that one's nose full of nickels.
She's on in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Grandma, I don't think I can sing in front of all those people out there.
Why?
I just felt it was the right thing to do.
My wedding was outdoors. February 12th, I'll never forget it. I wore the most beautiful white flannel wedding gown. It even had feet sewn in.
I'm gonna take you surfing with me. I'm on a long surf, baby. Wait to see.
Good thing.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
What's the matter, honey? Something wrong?
Yes. No. Well, I guess yes and no.
Honey, what is it?
I found out this morning I'm going to be a mother again.
Rose, we've been over this 100.
They're talking about us, and it bothers me. I know it shouldn't, but it does. I mean, how big a man is shouldn't make or break a relationship.
Not a word, Blanche. Rose, you're involved in a... how much do you think these meals will cost?
Well, that depends. You want something simple or fancy?
We want something cheap.
I admire your honesty.
I admire your chest. I mean, exactly what kind of meal are we talking about?
The book
And
again.
study. Study.
No game Saturday, Billy. I'm sorry. Everybody, I'll see you at practice tomorrow. Thanks a lot, Rose. You just taught a bunch of 8-year-old boys that it's more important to win than to play by the rules.
Big deal to get through all that, Blanche.
I was lucky enough to have my big sister Charmaine chasing after me, trying to talk some sense into my fool head.
Maybe Lucy could use a big sister herself right now.
If she doesn't already have one, I don't think it's humanly possible.
I'm going after her.
It's the middle.
I've been to the airline office changing our tickets. We're leaving this afternoon. Where's Charlie?
On the lanai. My mother is trying to help her put Barbie's hair back on with Polygrip.
Oh, Kirsten, you're back. I want to talk to you.
Not now, Mother. I promised Charlie I'd take her to lunch and then we have to...
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to finish my crossword puzzle. Now then, Dorothy, would you say you are a very neat person?
Oh, yes. Very, very neat.
Please, you're neat and I wear a D cup.
At that moment, I was convinced.
You might as well come over for a look. How about, say, 12:20? Oh, good. Well, I can't wait for you to get your hands on it either.
You're not having company, are you, Blanche? Because I want everything to go smoothly for Miles and Caroline.
James, this is different. I've been working on this since noon.
Ma, when are you going to learn that these money-making gimmicks of yours never work?
Hey, I'm not the only one with big dreams. I remember a time when we all thought catering was the ticket. You remember that?
I've been to the airline office changing our tickets. We're leaving this afternoon. Where's Charlie?
On the lanai. My mother is trying to help her put Barbie's hair back on with Polygrip.
Oh, Kirsten, you're back. I want to talk to you.
Not now, Mother. I promised Charlie I'd take her to lunch, and then we have to...
That's wonderful. No, I'll be right up for. I have done it. A breakthrough. Jimmy is tired of isolating.
Oh, that's great, Dorothy. I don't think I like this whole situation, Pussycat.
Oh, come on, Ma, I'm helping.
You're not a shrink. Be careful.
You wait your turn.
It's a postcard from my daughter, Rebecca. Girls, can you believe it? After almost 4 years, my baby's coming to see me. I'm so happy I could cry.
Blanche, you are crying.
Admit it, Rose. You worked for Allied Intelligence.
We can start the press conference now. Where is Rose?
She left to pick up her cadet troop.
That's adorable. She wants to share this moment with friends her own age. You must be very proud of your daughter.
My daughter?
Friends her own age.
Yeah.
Great. I'll be back soon.
I haven't the slightest idea who that man is.
Rose, what is wrong with you? I mean, why didn't you just tell him that you don't know who he is?
And hurt him all for...
Dorothy, it was great. Thanks for the hospitality. Sophia, girls, take care.
Stan, just a minute. I'd like to talk to you.
Well, sure, okay.
Now, let's go where we can have some privacy.
Look what we were both about to do. We got on the ship. Most people never even leave shore.
You mean that?
Of course I do. You and I still have a lot of adventures left in us. So many things we haven't tried. Have you ever been to Space Mountain at Disney?
Oh, Eddie, I want you so bad.
Nothing.
I can't help it. He looks so cute in that little suit.
Is something wrong, Dorothy?
Yes, Eddie, there is something wrong. Eddie, we have to... Eddie, stop doing that with your lip.
Doing what?
That sexy, quivering thing in the corner of... I'm fine.
I wouldn't be fine. I don't know what I would have done if Charlie had suddenly paid a visit.
He's dead. You would have fainted. Are you really all right?
I'm feeling a little better.
And tomorrow you're going to feel a lot better.
And the next day may be better still.
And the next day... I never thought I'd ever be saying this in my wildest dreams. And you know just how wild they can get. What I'm trying to tell you, Simon, the last time we made love was the last time. Guess it's just lucky that we took those snapshots.
This is just great. I mean, everything this whole night has been nothing but fun.
You really need to get out more, Rose.
Come on, Dorothy, admit you're having fun. It's kind of like being on an adventure.
An adventure? My foot. It's more like a nightmare.
That's the point. I want to return the second, but I don't know how to tell which is which. That's where you come in. What do I do?
Well, there's only one thing I can think of. We used to do it back on the farm, and I may be a little rusty, but I guess it's worth a shot.
Whatever it is, do it. I'm desperate.
Okay. Here goes. Drop.
Well, so much for that theory.
Good evening. Wilfred Whitney Cheswick here. Might this be the home of the widow Petrillo? Well, there you are, Sophia.
Willie, what the hell are you doing here?
I've come to escort you to the
But apparently he has, or he wouldn't have had the nerve to call here.
You're not going to call him back, are you?
Oh, absolutely. If John comes to Miami, I want to see him.
I don't think that's such a good idea, Pussycat.
Ma, don't you see? When John Noretti gets here, I'm finally going to get my revenge. He's going to see a beautiful, vibrant speaker.
Really? Well, then somebody else do the talking.
Ladies, we're waiting.
Let me save everyone a lot of time here. My name is Frida Claxton. The tree is on my property, and I could care less if the city...
If you away and I am blue, what'll I do?
Very nice.
What'll I do when I am wandering to Canada?
Oh, Maldives. I love Canadian dad.
Did you consider the Pope's ring?
Okay, Ma, squirt me in the eye and get it over with.
No, this is his ring. Look.
My God, Ma. This looks real.
It is real. You think he'd wear his fakes in public like... Good, then I'm dressed for it.
Blanche is upset.
Well, you would be too if your daughter... Oh, I can't even say it.
What could have happened? The two of you were getting so close.
My little girl is going to have a baby by artificial insemination. Be ridiculous. In fact, I wish Janet were here to see how wonderful her mother and her little girl are getting along. I just know she's going to let her come back year after year. I'll go get the music.
You be sure and get some sleep tonight, sweetheart, so you'll be all rested when we go to the zoo tomorrow.
I'm not going to the zoo.
Something between us. Would you consider having dinner with me tonight?
Jeepers, yes! Wow, wait till Blanche and Dorothy hear about
It'll
this.
have to be our secret for the time being. I'm in the middle of a messy divorce, and if the reporters get hold of it...
Oh, I understand. I read People magazine.
Well then, until tonight...
Not that kind of circus, a herring circus, sort of like SeaWorld, only smaller. Much smaller. But bigger than a flea circus.
Tell me, Rose,
Something happens. I want you to look after Dorothy and Blanche and Sophia for me.
Sure, Mom, whatever you want.
And there's something else I want to tell you. Now lean in close. This is very important. Live from New York.
अगं दिसतेस पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंबा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी दिसतेस पुनवेची चांदणी जशी तूच रंबा अप्सरा तूच उर्वशी करू नको जीवाची दैना माझ्या मिठीत का ग तू येईना मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच आहे मैना
मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
ग मैना कधी होणार रागूची मैना
मैना रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
गुलाब फुला पाहून तुला काळीज हे धडधडत या पिंजरा तोडून वाऱ्यात उडून पाखरू हे फडफडत या
माझी नशिनी आता झाल्यात बिना तुझंच प्रेम नडतया गावठी नखरा शिक सतरा साऱ्यांच घोडा अडतया
तुझ्या वाचून जीव माझा राहिना मला समजून का ग तू घेईना
रे मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
मैना ग मैना या रागूची तूच हाय मैना
मैना नाही होणार तुझी मी मैना
झालो बेभान तुझ्या गालाची खळी ग गुलाब कळी ही प्रीतीच उठवी तुफान मन लागे रे झाला ध्यानात आलं मोरलाच नजरेचा बाण मी तुझी लैला तू माझा मजनू गाऊया फिरवाचं गाणं माझ्या दिलासा करीन आईना त्यात राणी तू सुंदर हैना मैना रे मैना रे मैना आता झाले मी तुझीच मैना ग मैना ग मैना ग मैना या रागूची झालीच मैना मैना रे मैना रे मैना आता झाले मी तुझीच मैना मैना रे मैना रे मैना आता झाले मी तुझीच मैना